As receitas do setor do jogo em maio foram anunciadas esta semana e confirmaram aquilo que se esperava. 24 meses consecutivos de quebra nas receitas. São 2 anos históricos para um setor que estava habituado a fazer história em sentido inverso. Esta semana olhamos para o passado e para o futuro do jogo em Macau. Uma reportagem alargada da jornalista Rita Tavares-Teles.
Depois de 40 anos de monopólio da STD, em 2002 chega ao fim a era de Stanley Ho. Entram no mercado Galaxy, Win, MGM, Melco e Ascent, que em 2004 abre o primeiro casino da concorrência.
Well, it's always to have competition where we can compete in a friendly way and we both have the opportunity to learn from one another.
No final desse ano, as receitas do jogo quase dobravam e a partir daí foi sempre a subir, mesmo com a crise financeira de 2008, até que, de repente, há 2 anos, num mês, as receitas mergulharam para o negativo e nunca mais saíram do vermelho.
Were you surprised when 2 years ago the revenue started to go down? Are you surprised that it's been such a long time?
I think anyone in business understands that when business is as strong as we had in Macau, that at some point in time that has to slow down. And so no, I really wasn't.
I was not very much surprised because all along I've said that, well, the double-digit growth in Macau cannot be sustainable. So it has to move to a more sustainable growth.
Bem, nós temos que estar preparados para tudo, não é? São fatores que vêm do exterior, mas eu penso que nesse momento nós estamos num bom caminho, estamos a esperando a recuperar, e estamos otimistas.
We believe the market has already bottomed out towards the end of last year, early this year. You got to remember that despite what we call a slowdown, the casino operators are still making a lot of money. Just no longer as much as they would like.
Well, I think the reality is we have to accept that Macau is still the largest gaming market in the world. Still is. So we actually are very fortunate. But also, we also understand that our competitors, if we were only a gaming city, would find it very easy to try and overtake us. So I think as it's stabilised, it's not a question of new normal, it's a question of new reality. And as a result of that, having been in Macau so many years and seen the development of Macau, this is just another phase. It's just another cycle. And I think it's very exciting.
If you just look at the market itself, as today, where on earth today that you can have this type of revenue?
Teriam as operadoras investido nos projetos bilionários no Cotai se soubessem que as receitas do jogo iam passar os últimos 2 anos em queda?
My comment is that we had already planned to have multiple properties in Macau. MGM is committed to this in the long term, and therefore the development for Cotai is part of a longer term strategy.
I think we invest in the right time, and when the connection is completed, we are just in time to catch that time slot. There is a good potential for us to grow again, based on the fact that there will be better connection between Hong Kong, Macau and the rest of China.
Ligações essenciais, acrescenta Ambrosio, para o setor cumprir a meta que o governo traçou. 9% das receitas vão ter de vir dos elementos não jogo.
É individual por empresa ou no total?
Eu penso que isso não foi muito bem claro ainda, mas é objetivo global.
They have never been clear on that, and they should. If they don't specify per individual operator, it is not fair on the others.
Uma meta para cumprir até 2020, o ano em que expira o contrato de concessão da SJM e da MGM. E um dos critérios para decidir quem sai e quem fica, o secretário da tutela, Lionel Leong, já o disse, é o investimento nos elementos não jogo.
É uma operadora que não desenvolva tanto esse setor, está em risco?
Eu penso que nós temos que considerar as condições globais de cada operador, não é? Por exemplo, se um operador tem outras vantagens, naturalmente deve ser também considerada. Portanto, não chegamos ainda à altura própria para ponderar sobre a nova concessão ainda.
I think the critical point isn't about diversification. It's not what the government tells us to do. It's actually the right thing to do for business. For sustainable businesses, if you concentrate on just a small market, that does make you susceptible to competition. And look at the region since Macau's come into play. Gaming is springing up all over Asia. But what is not springing up all over Asia is the integrated entertainment facilities and the concentration of those facilities that we have in Macau. That's our strength. That will continue to grow our gaming market, but it'll also continue to grow our non-gaming market.
But you will achieve the 9%, you think, by 2020. That's not a problem for you?
I think that goes without saying. The amount of product that we've put into the market tells you that for us to be viable as an industry, not MGM, but as an industry of Macau, we will meet the 9%, and I suspect that we would all strive to exceed that figure.
In Cotai development, 95% of the area is devoted for non-gaming. Only 5% is for the casino. I think we'll surpass that 9% ratio in terms of non-gaming revenue there. Well, and of course, here in the Macau Peninsula, we are short of this 9%. What we are doing now is only 3 or 4%.
我相信如果有地方嘅話，做幾多都得㗎。
可以介紹下嘛？即係
譬如例如嘅主題公園啦，咁到而家7年啦，都仲未批則咁我想呢7年內做多啲都做唔到㗎。大家一家大細，我都希望你哋嚟。
Without that Cotai development, of course, we cannot fulfill that. But I think the government should also pay attention to the fact that, well, on the very start, we are not grant too much land for our development. So it may not be a fair policy if just to impose everything on to everybody.
Uma incógnita neste momento e problema, sublinha Ben Lee, a falta de definição do governo.
Now, you look at the Singapore government. They were very clear and transparent in what they wanted each casino operator to do. You're in the city, you develop MICE. You, on the island, you develop the theme park and family entertainment. The government here should do the same. They should get the 6 operators together at a table and say, these are our missing elements. Between the 6 of you, you divide it up. Who's going to do what? And we will endorse it if we agree with it. I think it's the lack of a clear vision for what they wanted from this gaming industry. And I don't believe that vision is there.
Ben Lee também não acredita numa recuperação do setor do jogo com base no mercado de massas e a prova já lá está no Cotai. É o Studio City.
係啊，呢個係真嘅。我諗我哋啲同事都知道，我哋即係個 property 啦，西河影匯，我覺得係其實喺世界上都係一個即係其中一個最好嘅 integrated resort 啦。但係我諗個 so far 個即係營運嘅 performance 都係即係麻麻地，咁所以我哋即係自己都要做多好多工作啦。我諗冇貴賓廳當然就話即係好高端嘅客人就即係爭啲啦。咁我諗其實人數我哋又爭少少啦。咁同埋第二就係因為西河影匯其實你飲啲餐飲啊，同埋啲即係 retail 都係即係好即係 premium mass 噶嘛。咁所以我諗冇咗 VIP 當然就係爭咗少少嘅。
If the Macau gaming industry is to recover, it has to come from a renewed confidence by the VIP players to return to Macau to play. We may not get back to 70% or 80% VIP, but in the short term, the VIP is basically our best hope for recovery.
I think what we're now seeing is a rebalance. And I think it was even noted in the midterm review that in fact that the VIP junket business had at one stage dominated the marketplace, and even from the future opportunities that to get a better balance between the junket VIP market and the mass market is actually a good thing.
Making more non-gaming elements will attract more mass people to visit Macau, not only from mainland China but also around the region, and in doing so, I think they will pick up in the mass market. And hopefully when this mass market will turn into some VIP market as well.
The Macau gaming industry has always been a political industry. It is not a free market. So whenever China wants us to grow, we can grow. In fact, one of the biggest potential driver for a recovery in the gaming industry is basically for the Chinese government to relax the IVS restriction on Guangdong residents. Shenzhen residents can visit Hong Kong every week. A Guangdong resident or even a Zhuhai resident can only visit Macau once every 2 months. These are the people who want to come to Macau to play. Relax the visa for Guangdong residents from the once every 2 months back to the twice a month that used to be in place. And I can guarantee you the gaming revenue will recover immediately.
Pequim apertou a política de vistos para pôr o setor do jogo a crescer a dígito.
When the Xi Jinping administration were transitioning in, we were already hearing from various channels that China wanted Macau's gaming industry to be controlled.
E 2 anos depois já se sentiam em Macau os efeitos da guerra que Xi Jinping tinha declarado à corrupção.
So the VIPs who used to play in the VIP rooms all of a sudden decided that it wasn't worth the risk in being able to play in a VIP room, and therefore they went and started playing in the mass. If you were to look at the statistics, mass grew very, very heavily from early 2013 onwards. The ones that were still in the VIP rooms reduced their level of plays in the VIP room. They engaged what we now know as side betting, and that is when the player would have an agreement with the junket operators where one bet on the table could equal 2 or 3 times what he placed on the table. The VIP revenue actually exploded and grew much faster than mass. And that is not counting the VIPs who went to mass.
Mas isso não explica o que aconteceu entre maio e junho de 2014.
What really happened there was a scam by a gentleman called Huang Shan, if you remember. He was a sub-junket operator that left Macau with the equivalent of 1.25 billion US dollars in cash as well as debts. That man, Huang Shan, single-handedly brought the whole VIP segment to its knees. And he was what precipitated the collapse in the VIP segment. The whole side betting system collapsed. Investors lost trust.
Mas tudo isso é passado. Agora a questão que se coloca é: será que vão mudar as peças do jogo com o fim das licenças em 2020 e 2022?
Nesse momento nós não temos nenhuma negociação a processar. Eu penso que ainda não é momento oportuno e em momento oportuno nós vamos naturalmente iniciar com os trabalhos.
I actually think for Macau we have the ideal situation. We have 6 very strong operators, which has given us the capacity for competition, variety, innovation and development. And I think that unless there's a really good reason for anybody to want to change that model, I think that's a really sustainable, successful model that's been created and uniquely created for Macau.
That would be a standard casino operator's response. Why change it? But as I said, I believe the predominance of the influence will be from the north, and there has been extremely severe pressure from the political players, from potential business interests over in China who have missed out on this bonanza in Macau.
Uma bonança que disparou com a visão de homem, Sheldon Adelson, para o Kotai.
Sands has, yes, they have achieved the biggest profile of any of the 6 casino operators here, number 1. Number 2, yes, they have developed the mass market, right? It was undeveloped when SGM was the monopoly here because they never bothered. So yes, Venetian came in and developed the mass market. Who has given Macau negative publicity over the last 6 years? Court cases, money laundering, FCPA investigations, very high-level disagreements and disputes with members of the Macau government. I believe that the bulk of the decision will be resting with our political masters up north, and they won't look at it from the Macau point of view. They will look at it from their almost political point of view, and that is, who do we want at the table in Macau come 2020?
Depois de 40 anos de monopólio da STDM e mais 20 de liberalização, Que voltas pode dar o jogo depois de expirarem as 6 licenças?
Do you believe in 2020, 2022, anyone will give in their keys of the resort and say bye-bye Macau? Or you think the 6 will stay?
I don't think so. If you judge for today's revenue, if you are talking about 200 billion level, everybody has a share in the market, and I think they will stay.
Pessoalmente não acredito.
A convicção do setor do jogo depois de 2 anos de queda das receitas e numa altura em que já não há esperanças de que 2016 saia do vermelho.
Ficamos então com a reportagem alargada da jornalista Rita Tavares-Teles sobre os desafios para o setor do jogo. Na próxima semana estaremos de regresso com mais uma reportagem especial. A todos, muito boa noite.